Everyone's got an excuse. What's yours? What's up, YouTube? This is Will from Will Development, and this is the first video in my video series that's going to be the weekly updates from Will Development. I wanted to jump a little bit and just talk about my diet and my training this week and how it went. I'll start off with my weight. I went up from 186 consistent last week, which means it's average. I average it every week. I weigh myself in the morning and then at night, and I average that, and then I take the average of the whole week and I figure out where I'm averaging at. I was 186 last week average. This week I'm 188, and according to my waist measurements, I haven't gotten any fatter in there. So, and that's where my body puts fat mainly, is on my waist. So I'm probably at about 15 to 20% body fat, which is right about where I stay in terms of bulking season. When I cut, probably for the first time in my life, everybody will see my abs, including myself, and I'll be pretty veiny, vascular. So I was good with my diet, rice and beans and chicken. You know me, keep it simple, stupid. And I actually ran out of veggies like the second day of the week, which upset me. So I'm going tomorrow, and I'm buying like 3 bags just so I don't run out. Training wise, a few PRs I hit. I hit 230 for 6 or 8 reps on cable rows, which is good. It's not much for me because I have like a really strong back in comparison to the rest of my body. So 230 is like, that's not really like where I want to be. I want to be pulling somewhere like 300 pounds with a cable row, just because my back is already really strong. I think I might just keep at 230 and like just work the reps just to get some more thickness, which I have good back thickness right now, but I want more, you know? What else PRs? I'm sure you saw my photo on Instagram of me doing bench dips with 100 pounds on my legs. I'm going up to 125 next week because 100 still wasn't enough to like piss me off. Which is basically what I decide when I get to a weight, to the point, and what I mean by pissed off is like, not that the weight makes me angry, but that I can't do it, so I get angry at the fact that I can't do it, and it forces me to work harder to get to that weight. And like I did 100 for like 6, which is not a lot, but the fact that I had to stop and pause like 4 times so my camera guy could get a good shot of actually my tricep hitting, you know, it made me do less reps, although that's probably the way I should be doing them anyway. But when it comes to that exercise, I like to push really hard, because my triceps, ironically, much like my back, are one of those muscle groups on me that's really powerful, and it can move a lot of weight. You know, like, just pushing and pulling, I'm really good at, basically. For a bodybuilder, I'd say. Legs. I'm going to talk about legs. I just posted a photo to Instagram today of my legs, and they look pretty good, actually. I'm doing volume training a lot more. I feel like I'm misusing the term volume training and time under tension, so somebody correct me. And I'll just look it up later anyway, but, you know, I can't look it up right now. Anyway, I'm hitting really high reps with my leg workouts now instead of weight. I'm done trying to like put big weight up because my baby bitch legs just can't take it. So I need to develop a lot more muscle mass. That's my plan. My plan is to put more muscle mass on my legs. That way they can take more of a beating when it comes time to do some power training. So I think next week, because I do legs twice a week, I think my first leg workout, which is where I do my squats and my deadlift, my big two, you know, I'm going to probably keep the weights really low, like I mean like 100 pounds, and just crank out like 20 reps per set, just to really tear up my quads and my hamstrings and my glutes, because those are my weak spots on me, and it's just that simple, and I need to fix that, because you can see it when you take pictures of me. You know, I can take the stomach in pretty good, the side chest looks okay, you know, the triceps look good, the chest looks good, but then my fucking baby bitch legs just ruin the entire shot. So I gotta change that like yesterday, and like if I do a back shot, I'll hit the back double biceps. It looks pretty good, you can kind of see the peak on the biceps, there's a little fat hanging around, so it's hard to tell, but the definition of the back looks okay, everything looks fine, and then you just work your way down to the legs, and the glutes look hilarious because they're so tiny, and my hamstring is a joke. So I need to work on that, which I am. Basically what I do on day 2 or leg workout, which I did tonight, I do one of the ones that I'm specifically going to talk about is I do modified 21s with wall slides. I put a skateboard against a wall and I get into a squat position with my knees, my heels closer than my normal squat, and my feet put out a little bit, so it's kind of like leaning, kind of like a hack squat machine, I think. Yeah, it's kind of like a hack squat machine or whatever those are called. I'm not too familiar with machines, I'll be honest. So anyway, and if you're not familiar with 21s are generally a workout you do for your biceps. And you can apply them to just about any muscle, but the biceps is the one everybody specifically remembers. So when you do bicep curl, your arm's down, obviously, but I have to have it up here so you can see. You'll go to the full eccentric part of the exercise, so your arm's straight, and then you'll pull it in and contract it, and then you'll let it back down, and then contract, and then back down and contract, right? Well, with 21s, what you do is you can start, I believe you can start wherever you want, but the method is the same. So you're down here, right? You bring it to parallel to the floor, let it back down. Boom. Boom. Do that for 7. Then you bring it all the way up, parallel, 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 7, and then you go all the way down and all the way up for 7. So I'm doing that same idea with the wall slides, in that I'm keeping my hips above parallel and I drop and just pause there and come up, and I did that for about 10, and then I drop below parallel, touch my ass to my ankles basically. Not really, but it's like I bring it below parallel, there you go. And I go only to parallel for like 10, and then I go all the way up, contract, drop all the way down, squeeze, come up, contract, everything, and I do that for 10. So it's about, mine's more like 30s. But I need that volume because what I'm doing isn't working, so I have to switch it up, and I'm doing more. I keep saying volume. I hope that's the right term, because I'm a little brain fried because I've done this video like 4 fucking times, and it's starting to piss me off. I will remain calm though, and sweet, and nice. So that's about all there is for my weekly update this week. I mentioned weight. I mentioned some PRs. Mentioned my diet. That's all there is to it, man. I am Will from Will Development. Follow me on Instagram at Will Development, Twitter at Will Develop MNT, since Will Development was taken. I can't believe that. There wasn't enough room to put like Will Development 1 or the Will Development, so Will Develop MNT. Facebook at facebook.com/Will Development, and obviously here on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit me up, whatever, man. Just, talk to me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know what I'm missing. Again, it's my first one. There's always room for improvement, so let me know. And thanks for watching. And I think I finally figured out a tagline. I think I finally figured out my closing line, because I talked about my scars all over my body, and I finally figured out what my hook is, what my final ending quote is. All the YouTube fitness guys have that ending quote. Scooby has Avida Zen. Elliot has done. And Mark Lobliner has, that's not a game. So I'm like, what's mine going to be, right? Because everybody needs that catchphrase, that tagline, right? Finally figured out mine. It's a question. What's your excuse?